Do coma patients remember what happened to them? So when I woke up, I was unable to walk, talk, move, anything like that. But after they removed my breathing tube, I did turn to my mother and mouth the words to her, "Why am I here? What happened?" So in my experience, I was not able to remember where I was or why I was in a coma. I had to have somebody explain it to me. Do coma patients ever move? Yes. So while I was in a coma, there would be periods of time, probably about 20-30 seconds, where I would wake up and start to gain a little bit more consciousness. And while that would happen, I would be very panicked, confused. I didn't know where I was or what was going on. So I would actually try to pull out my breathing tube. Due to that, the doctors ended up having to tie my wrist to the bed. So I would not pull out my breathing tube during the periods of time where I gained higher consciousness than others. Do coma patients feel pain? So I was not able to feel anything past the excruciating pain that I was in the back of the ambulance. After I lost consciousness and entered into a coma, I was not able to feel anything at all. What does being in a coma feel like? So for me, being in a coma felt like one very long sleep. The worst thing about being in a coma, in my opinion, was not the coma itself, but actually waking up, coming to the realization of where you've been, what's happened, and what you're going to have to do to heal and get back to normal. Do coma patients ever feel hungry? No, and that is due to the fact that not only are you being fed through a feeding tube, you are unconscious, and the same way you wouldn't feel hungry while you were sleeping, you're unable to feel hungry while you are in a coma. Why do coma patients sometimes open their eyes? So there are multiple number of reasons that this can happen. It can be due to the medications that they're changing or giving you. But the most common reason is if you're on a ventilator and they're trying to wean you off of it or see if you're strong enough to breathe on your own. Sometimes your body will gain consciousness for a couple of seconds before falling back into the comatose state.